Welcome to run number 431. Young 431. And we're here in Old Road. Wonderful scenery, lovely area. So we can expect something really grand from our Hares today. But before we let the Hares come and tell you all about their run, I have Connie here with us today. And I want to ask her to come and tell you about something she has in the making. So she will let you know all about it.
All right, thank you, Percy.
John here.
Okay, question. Who knows what Addie's place is? Raise your hand. You know what Addie's place is. Okay, a few. Real quickly, Addie's place is a day center for young adults who are physically and or mentally challenged. So once they kind of finish with special ed, this is a place where they can go to further develop life skills, work skills, and so on. Well, they're kicking off a project that you can help with. And I can tell you some more about these if you want, but this is what they're going to be making. And one of the things, you know, of course, newspapers are pretty easy to come by, the flour and water paste, but we needed something for handles. So that's where you come in. You might recognize a shoe like this. You might even be wearing a shoe like this. I know usually this happens like in the middle of the hash, right? It kind of blows apart. Well, what happens usually, and this one was one I found by the side of the road, and it had wonderful shoelaces still in it. You know, the shoe was toast, but the shoelaces were not. And shoelaces will make really good handles for these bags. And so, what I'm here to ask for is when you have those blowouts, instead of just throwing the shoes in the trash, certainly not by the side of the road, if you'll think of Addie's place, and I brought this box. If it happens to you today, just throw it in the box. And you don't have to take the laces out. The patrons of Addie's place will do that for you, because that's kind of a pain, which is usually why I think they all end up in the trash. And if you happen to have shoelaces, you can bring those by. You can, if you know where Addie's place is, it's in Greenlands. It's not too hard to find, but I'm not going to go into the directions here. Or you can take them by Rachel's Hidden Treasures, you know, there at Eatsmust Round, or bring them to the hash and throw them in the box next time. Kate said she'll be happy to help with that as well. Kate knows where Addie's place is and so on. So we would appreciate your support. Pretty easy thing to do, and it's yet another way to repurpose and recycle.
Please run walk. Okay. All right? And the Hares today are...
They're hiding.
Jailbait. And then we have Sawbones.
Oh Lord. Sawbones.
And Francis. Where's Francis? Time to get a name for Francis.
I think it could be today.
So these are the people responsible for your torture today, and so they're going to tell you exactly what to expect and how to maneuver it. Here's.
Okay, so walkers are going to be going with Fran, and the walk is set on this ribbon, so like an orange ribbon. It is set on the left-hand side, so follow the ribbons on the left-hand side. There's a couple of spots where you'll see ribbons on the right-hand side, but that's purely because you're actually coming back along the same bit. Okay, so the change of direction is marked with 3 ribbons.
Three Ducci on the left-hand side.
3 on the left-hand side.
Ducci on the left-hand side.
You're going to sing the song as well. And there's one part in one of the very pretty areas, because this really is a pretty hash. There's one part where we've got a 3 and then a 3.
Oh, I'm confused.
And what that is there's a track that just goes down to a little refreshing area, as in water.
Oh.
So if you wish to, you know where it goes, and there's an actual rope that goes down, so and then you can come back up and join, go back on. So that's all for the walk. All right. So the run is set with sawdust. do we have any new runners today? Any new runners? Oh, okay, okay. All right, so the way the run is set is we run on dots of sawdust. When you get to a circle with a dot in the middle, that's a checkpoint. That means you need to go and check on the different trails to find which is the right one. So if you run along a trail and you get 2 dots and then an X, it's a false trail, turn around and go back to the checkpoint. If you get a trail that's 3 dots, call on when you see the 3rd dot, and that's the right trail. Okay? Clear as mud?
Oh yes, clear as mud.
Now there's one section of the run where it goes onto ribbon, but you will see some sawdust along that track as long as you keep your eyes open, because there's a little extra bit of fun for the runners at that point.
So there's 2 holds for the runners, and at that first hold is where we'll all get together, and that's where we all start to go on ribbons. Okay? So, but there is sawdust as well, because there's trails that we'll be checking. But yeah. And then there's 2 holds.
2 holds.
And there'll be another.
Okay, we are going to go through one of the owned beautiful areas around here. We're not giving anything away at this point. Please be respectful, because they actually have a tour tomorrow.
Yes. And where we're going through, that's lovely, and they have a tour tomorrow. They're having tomorrow an open house and 50% off everything except for face masks, but everything else. And they have an open house, and there will be a bar and music and kind of a nice afternoon. Huh?
We'll find out the time.
Yeah, find out.
From 10 o'clock.
And an H is a hold, and that means you stay there. So if you get to the H, don't go anywhere.
Yes, an H.
Only for the runners.
Yeah, it's good to
Okay,
go.
folks, that sounds like your instruction. Everybody's got fun on.
Всем непонятно?
Let's get going. That's 2 ribbons. We're going, yeah? Mikey going up there? Betty? Yes. What's Mikey doing over there?
Guava?
Yep.
Guava.
Are you on?
Mom, my stomach has a stitch.
Hi, Amanda. Wave.
Today. So obviously, we need to know what you thought of this, because we have to report to our headquarters in Kuala Lumpur. Right, so, was this a good hash? No! Was it even a mediocre hash? No! Therefore it was a shitty hash! Right, so, they are shitty here, so they say, I'm never gonna have it in a long, long day. Bring it down, 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 real fast, okay? Because we're going to only start when we begin to sing, drink it down, 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 down. Okay, not before. When we say drink it down, 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 that's when you start drinking. But if you hear us beginning to sing, why are we waiting, it means you're taking too long. Okay? And so you're in trouble. You're going to do it real fast, okay? Alright, so not yet. They are virgins, so they say, I'm never going to have it in a long, long way. Drink it down, 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 down. And the thing is, the smart people, they try to wait till they have some kind of fancy point in the trail where they will proceed to sneak off and try and get it done. But this guy started as soon as he began. Full view of everybody else. Alright? So, is he guilty? Yes! Should he be punished? Yes! He's the pistol, so they say, I'm never gonna have it in a long, long day. Bring it down, 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 down. Hajjal got his smoke right here. Okay? And of course, he was smoking on the
Shame! Shame! Shame!
Is he guilty? Yes! Should he be punished? Yes! He's a smoker, so they say.
With him down.
Does Jeff look like a fit guy to you?
No!
Yes.
Super fit.
Does Jeff look like a fit guy to you?
Yes!
Did Jeff run or walk today?
No!
He's on the injured list.
He was lying!
Jeff says, Jeff says he's on the injured list. What's the injury there?
Where's the wheelchair? Where's the wheelchair? Self-inflicted.
Jeff didn't run or walk today because he had a tattoo. And so he had to protect his Give us girls the walk there, tattoo walk. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
What
so
is it?
Jeff had a tattoo and could walk. So he's a tattoo invalid, so they say never gonna happen in a long He's a tattoo invalid, so they say never gonna happen in a long, long way. Bring it down, 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 Okay, this is Alcatraz, everybody. Now, Alcatraz is developing a very bad reputation now. There was a time when we could rely on Alcatraz to be here early and, represent. He wasn't late. He wasn't late. And we have a guy over here, we call him Liat. Anybody know anything about Liat? Violent anytime. And that's why we got that name. He's like he want to take over now. He has been late almost every hash. Is he guilty? Yes! Should he be punished? Yes! He's a late asshole, so they say. Now, tell me, I want to ask you guys a question. we are sharing people on this hash.
Yes!
Now, those of you who saw, what's your name? Burnell. Those of you who saw Burnell with a big bowl of saltfish. A big bowl of saltfish right after the hash. Did she share it with anybody? No!
Well, she promised me next time.
Fish bastard.
Jen!
Give him a cheer, give him a cheer. Anyway. Mikey came to me and made a false representation. Isn't that shameful? Mikey came to me and said, look, this is my 25th hash. Gotta get a shot today. Right? So I went and I checked the record. Today is Mikey's 12th hash. He's a false representative, so they say. She's giving you. Right? Now, is there a rule on the hash about shopping? Yes. What's the rule?
No shopping! Drop till you drop.
I'm a new person, I didn't know the rules.
What did you have to shop for?
Police either.
Let's have some fruits here.
Check the bag.
Those fruits are called guavas. So they had them filled. The shopping cart is right behind here. Guavas. Alright? So they are shoplifters, so they say